Welcome. Today's special is a large pepperoni.
Hi everyone, welcome to Game Night in the North, a show that's all about games but definitely not a game show. My name's Jason and I'm going to be your host for today as we play Llama from Amigo Games. I'm especially excited to be previewing this game today as this game isn't even out on the market yet at the time of us filming today. It's scheduled to arrive sometime in September 2019, but we've got a copy of it here ahead of time and we're going to play it and teach you how to play it in this episode. At the end of the episode, we're going to be voting on one unfortunate soul who's going to be sitting here beside me in the hot seat. And the hot seat is the one place you don't want to be because we're going to take some delicious hot wings and we're going to be covering them today in Da Bomb Beyond Insanity Hot Sauce, which has a very good reputation for being a very hot and terrifying sauce. So somebody, for whatever reasons we decide on, is going to have to sit in the hot seat and suffer through a wing. So stay tuned. I'm going to bring in my panel of guests and we'll get the action underway. And we're ready to start playing. I've been joined by my three panelists for the day. Joining me on my immediate left is Aaron. Aaron is a purveyor of fine board games all across Canada. Thank you for joining us today, Aaron.
Not a problem. Thanks for having me. Always a pleasure to play an Amigo title.
I'm excited too because it was thanks to Aaron and his help that we were able to get our hands on this early preview copy and bring this exciting game to our viewers before it even releases on the market. To my immediate right now is Matt Clayton. Matt is an excellent board game player in his own right and a consumer of the hottest of hot wings. Thank you for joining us again today, Matt.
I'm really happy to be here.
And then at the far end of the table, joining me is Michael Gemmel. Michael I've gotten to know through our mutual love of board games. Michael is a member of the Dex Envoy program, in which he goes around and helps players discover new games, teaches them how to play, and just shares the love of board games all around. So thank you for joining us today, Michael.
Thank you for having me and teaching me a new game. I do go around teaching people, but man, do I love learning a new game, and this is a new game to me. Speaking of which, how do we play?
Well, we're going to start by each being dealt out a hand of 6. So Jason is going to deal us out 6 cards each. And then it's a fairly simplistic style game. Whatever card is flipped up to start with, we can then play either the same numeric card or the one directly above it. So if a 4 is flipped over, we can play a 4 or a 5. If a 6 is flipped over, we can play a 6 or a llama.
Llama?
A llama, that's right. So llama is taking the place of 7 in this particular card game as the highest number. However, it is worth 10 points at the end of the round, and you do not want points in your hand at the end of the round. So this is a game where you wish to get rid of your hand rather than to keep it.
What happens if you have points in your hand at the end of a round?
So you get markers to determine exactly how many points you have. The first person to get to 40 points, that's where the game ends, and whoever has the most points loses.
I see there's white and black pips.
Correct.
What's the points difference?
So we've got a 1-point chip and a 10-point chip. The 1 point being white, the 10 being black.
Okay, fair enough. And just when somebody reaches 40 points total, the game ends.
The game ends, that's correct.
Okay.
Now on your turn, you do have one of 3 actions, and we're going to let Aaron start us off, starting with a 1. Now he can choose to either play a card from his hand, being a 1 or a 2, or he may draw from the pile. If he does choose to draw from the pile, he may not then play a card, or he can fold his hand and quit the round altogether.
Wait, I thought the goal was to play. Why would I want to fold my hand?
So you'd want to fold your hand in case, let's say you started your first hand and you had 5 or 6 ones. That might be a really good opportunity to mitigate the amount of points that you end up with at the end of the round.
Once 3 of the 4 of us have folded our hands down, the last player can't continue to draw and must play out their final hand. If they're stuck with points at the end of that that's greater than the amount that you've just folded down, you're going to get then stuck with more negative points than yourself.
And that's a win.
All right.
Yes, like golf, we want the lowest score.
That's how llamas win.
Correct.
I'm going to follow up with a 2 here.
Excellent.
All right. Well, I will stick with the theme and go for another 2.
I will draw.
I'm lucky that I have a 2, so I will play that.
I'm going to bump this up to a 3.
I see your 3 and match it.
I'll bump us up to the 4.
4, my lucky number.
I too have a 4.
Fours all around.
4 4s.
Interesting.
I've got to cut this nonsense out.
5.
I don't like 5s.
You don't like 5s?
No, but I'm a fan of 6s.
6s.
I will have to draw.
So what are the options right now? It's a 6 or
Or a llama.
6 or a llama. Okay.
6 or a llama.
Okay. Well, llamas are very pretty, so I'm going to play one there.
They
I
are.
like llamas too.
Mike, do you like llamas?
No.
Michael does not like llamas. Shame on you.
I will also play a llama.
I always thought that llamas were #1 in my book. Ooh. How do you don't feel that they're
I should
#1 in
ask
your
you.
book? Oh,
2.
I am going to cease in the round.
that seems like a strategic play. I'm also going to lock myself in right now.
I'm gonna play this 3.
I will play a 4.
I'm gonna lock out.
Ooh.
So,
no drawing, right?
I
No drawing.
can't draw. So I will have to play a 4. And I'll have to play a 4.
Uh-oh.
And I'll have to play a 5.
Oh,
what? Was that a magic trick?
What? How did
My hand is gone. So what did you guys get stuck with?
You
ended up
don't
with-
want to know.
I ended up with what looks like 11 points, but in this game, when you're scoring doubles, don't count. So I have 6 points.
I'm a little better off. I only have 1 point.
I have 10.
Oh my goodness. 10. Somebody likes
I
hot
would have got
wings.
stuck with more had I not had I kept drawing.
All right, that's good. I like this
That's
stuff.
great. It's a good start.
Yeah. No. But there's an opportunity for me to redeem this. If I manage to go out completely, then I can actually return a ship.
And
Oh,
it,
the
it
possibility
doesn't
of
have to
getting
be
this
just
sent back.
a white one. It can be any pip.
It can
Correct.
be any type.
Ooh,
So if you
that's
go out
powerful.
first, you could get rid of all 10 points.
Now,
10 points.
can I bank the fact that I went out with?
You may not.
So who leads this next one?
Who's going
Do
to
I
start
kick
us
us off because I was last in last time?
I'll let Jason start since I dealt.
All right.
off? Okay, that seems fair. Starting off, llama. Llamas are #1 in my book.
I would agree.
2.
Unless they're llamas named Cusco. In which case, not #1 in my book.
That was a great impression.
That was fantastic.
Caught me off guard. My lucky number 4.
So now, just to clarify, Aaron, do you have 30 points?
I
my word.
do. Could you actually trade this in for a black
can.
token for me? Is a thing that you can do.
So we're getting close to the game ending.
Potentially.
Potentially.
Now,
You can-
if Aaron were to go out without any cards, as he could have on that last round, he would actually be at,
20.
yeah, well, actually less
Or
than
less,
that. Yeah,
yeah.
16.
Very true. But what a little something known fact about Aaron is he loves to eat hot wings. So
I may sabotage myself from
he
time
may
to time.
sabotage
who knows?
himself just for the delicious flavor. So I guess action's to you.
It is. And lucky me.
Lucky me, I'll play a 5.
Yeah, I'll go in with that.
Yep.
Yep.
Staying alive with number 5.
No.
Yeah.
Still no.
Number 1.
You're number 1 in my book, Jason.
You're
Oh, you
number 1 in
skipped
my
the
book.
llama. Oh, well, you didn't skip the llama. Ignore the llama.
3.
3.
4.
I'm out.
Interesting.
Ooh.
I'm gonna test my luck here. See how this goes. Over to you, sir.
Interesting. 3 people are in. I think that's not bad.
I'm gonna keep drawing because I still am not having luck with that 4.
Can you draw me a card?
Absolutely.
He already did, preemptively.
I'm glad everyone's still in this.
Still drawing.
I'll need another one.
What is? I should have locked in.
4.
Oh, that doesn't help me any. Draw. Go ahead.
One more, please.
Oh,
Did we play all the 5s?
something has gone terribly wrong.
We did
here.
play 5 in a row.
How many 5s are in the deck?
That's an excellent question.
That is an excellent question. I have no clue.
We may be playing a dead hand here.
I was going to say, if you draw down, that does end the round.
True. Okay.
Yeah.
You drew, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna carry on, wayward son that I am.
I have no choice but to play this out. So I'm drawing.
Okay. We're pot committed at this point.
I'm so glad you're committed. I'm in. Let's do this.
It's gonna be a flurry when it actually happens.
I don't think it's happening.
Well, here's a 4.
Here's another 4.
Here's another 4.
Oh, come on. I was hoping that one of you would have a 5. Okay.
Okay.
Now, did I go out with 4 5s, with 5
Oh
5s
my
already
goodness,
being played?
wouldn't that be hilarious?
My goodness,
Sabotage.
that would be really weird.
I think I lost this.
I love you, but I hate you.
I want to see this to the end.
I feel like we should have given up miles ago.
This has gone terribly wrong.
Okay.
Today on the
I-
director's cut of
Right to
Game
the
Night in
end.
the North, the
Right
2-hour
to the
round
end. Go ahead.
of llamas. Draw.
5.
There it is.
Oh my goodness.
The
We're
floodgates have opened.
Release the 6s.
6.
Oh,
Mama.
llama.
1.
Uh-oh, that's not good.
Go ahead.
Wait, it's his turn to...
Oh. Doesn't matter. I'm still playing that.
It's true. That's fair. That's fair. I'll play one as well.
Oh,
No, no, silly McNeil, no.
that was a misgrab. You don't know that I have that too.
Oh, you're locking in?
Is that it? You're locking in?
I am locking in.
Okay.
I do feel like most of the 4s have likely been played.
I'm just locking in.
So you can play out your hand.
Play it out.
Well, he would have the choice to play it out before you locked in.
He drew.
No,
Oh,
he
or
drew,
you
yeah.
drew. You drew.
So that's it then.
If he can play it out, though.
Only there was a 4.
If only there was. All right.
So I'd like
Oh,
to start
boy.
counting my points first
Okay.
with
3 points.
I also got 3 points.
Okay, I'm going to suffer because I'll be taking 12 points, but it's probably not the worst. How did it work out for you, Michael?
Catching up quick.
He's got
20,
33,
30.
33 points.
That's your new total, right?
That's my new total.
We had,
Okay.
his total before the round was 0.
0 to 33.
You're kidding.
He's not.
Wow, really?
And they are now tied.
It's
How
because
did
the
you hit that much? A llama's 10.
2 llamas, right? Because they don't double up.
Oh, nobody told me that. If you
Oh
get
no,
that
the
much-
llamas do double up. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, you only have 21.
Okay,
Oh
so
my
it's not
goodness. I would have so totally went out earlier, but I thought they didn't. So I was sitting there going, I have a handful of llamas. I have to play this out.
So you have 24 points.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
That is correct, right? You're the most familiar with the game. Llamas don't double up, right?
As far as I understand, in the rule book, it explicitly states that they don't.
All
It
right.
explicitly states that nothing can be a double point value.
Even the llamas.
Even
Okay.
the llamas.
All right, all right.
Sweet.
So
That's
that was
not
a
as
crazy
bad.
hand. So my current score is 14. What is everybody else at currently?
I'm at 33.
24.
7.
7.
7.
7. Who's dealing us hand?
That'd be me.
Yeah, it is.
You are.
There was a few times that I thought for sure I can just waltz out of this one,
Yeah.
and then nope.
I was starting to think you locked in with a bunch of 5s. I was like, clearly something has gone horribly wrong with this game.
That'd be brilliant. though.
That is
would
a
be-
strategy
be a
for sure. It
brilliant
is.
I didn't even think about that. I was just,
Yeah.
Something to think about.
It's a brave move, though, because you're banking on knowing for sure there's not one more left in the deck.
So it does appear that there are 10 of each card, based on my quick observational.
Card counting skills.
Yeah.
1, 2,
so
3.
if I have 6
Yeah, that's
ones,
I have 6.
I'm going to lock in right now. Well, I'm at 33 now, so it could end.
Okay, so we're banking on everybody ganging up on Michael now. Or this will wind up being a 1-hour special of Game Night in the North.
I was invited here for a quick game, right?
Well, that's the plan.
This is a filler game, right?
Yes, only 4
Yes.
of us. It's only 4 of us.
I just remember that Aaron is a game aficionado and distributor, but not a casino dealer.
This is fair.
Yes.
Going
This
down
is true.
to the
Although
end
I
of the
do
table.
live right beside one
By one what?
casino.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So for all those of you at home who want to stock Aaron, now you know where to find him.
Yeah, a casino.
Right by
The casino.
a casino.
Somewhere in this world.
Look at this. This game's already begun.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. A 3. I can't do that.
Wow.
5s.
I'm out.
I'm out.
I'm out.
Really doing that to me? Like, are you serious?
Yeah.
5? I'll take 5.
All right. So I'm getting a total
Yes.
of 3 points.
I'm getting a total of 14.
Wow, you're just like cutthroat. Just like, let it be done.
All right. So that puts me at 38. I'm 2 away.
So I mean, what we could do is next hand we could just all fold right away, and unless he plays his hand out, someone beating the hot way. I'm just saying.
That seems terribly mean. But I like it.
I think this is
I
this
know
is part
who
of
my
the
vote is
strategy.
just
that
for this strategy.
we're now picking up on something I think we were missing before.
Yes. The
got
vengefulness
it.
of this game.
Well, that's what
You
was
just-
so funny in the round that I went out super early on, was that the 3 of you were kind of just like letting each other play. I was like, that's not going to help my strategy of going out super early. You guys have to, start doing the hate folding, where you're just like, he's got more cards than I do, I'm out.
Yeah.
Well, I only just realized that strategy this very hand. I don't know. I didn't pick up on it.
I've been playing it all game.
Oh, did I
I'm a
get my
slow
13?
study. Oh yeah, we should give you points.
Yeah, I needed, was it 14?
You need 14 more?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
So he's not out already, right? We're just
Nope, he's
getting
not.
those 14.
He's at 27 points.
Ah.
So he's in the neighborhood though.
And this is to me.
2.
3.
4.
My favorite number.
5. Why is 4 your favorite number?
6.
I used to play in minor league hockey and I always wore number 4.
Okay. That's interesting to know.
4 is also my favorite number.
Is it really?
It is.
Why is 4 your favorite number?
Because my online handle that I go by is Forsaken, which phonetically.
Fair enough. Llama.
Ooh, immediately switching over to the 1.
2.
3.
Oh, he's drawing cards. This is a good sign.
I'm going to fold.
I'm going to go out and get rid of my black. Oh.
Oh my God!
And that's the
That's
game.
That's the game.
So I did fold with 18 points in my hand.
I
Oh,
folded at
you are
3.
brave.
So yeah, couple bad rounds and I'm done.
So,
So the winner of our game is Jason.
yeah, getting rid of that one black pip right at the end put me back in the lead. 5
Absolutely,
points.
yeah. So we had
I had a great start, but couldn't maintain it.
Matt, it looks like you had 32 points at the end.
I did.
And what was your final score?
It would have been that plus 3, so 22, 4, 6.
30.
So you'd be at 30,
30.
32, over 40?
Five.
5.
Well done, sir.
All right, we're
Very
going to
nice.
take a minute and we'll be right back with our review and rating of the game, and then we'll talk about who's going to sit in the hot seat. We'll be right back. And we're back. My guests and I have taken a few moments to review the game and rate the game. Now we'll just take a moment to share our thoughts with you, the viewer. So for me, my first impression was I gave it a 7 out of 10. I don't really have much to add to that. It was just first impression when I saw it. I wasn't super overwhelmed by it, but it seemed like I was going to understand it right away, which moves me into ease to learn. I actually give it the full 10. I thought it was really easy to learn. And I don't necessarily knock it if we just have 1 or 2 questions. I think that's pretty reasonable for a game. Quality, I put it at a 7. I'm not super impressed with the quality of the pieces, but I'm willing to bet that this is probably going to be an entry-level game that's going to be super affordable, because I've seen some other games by Amigo that are really good value. So because it's probably going to be a super affordable game, 7 seems like a very fair rating for it. Overall to play, I give it an 8. I enjoyed it a fair bit, like quite a bit actually. Likely to recommend, for me, I give it an 8 with a little asterisk beside it, because I would give it an 8 if I see anyone who's got a family with younger kids, or someone who, again, is looking just for a quick game you can pick up and play and not like get too in depth with. I definitely think there's a lot of people out there who are looking for games like this. So if someone's looking for a game like this, this would definitely be one of the ones that I would recommend.
So I'm really terrified right now because we've all given our reviews and I know what's coming next. And I lost this game.
You did.
So I'm going to vote right now
Okay.
that it's going to be Jason,
Me?
because you were the one who came up with the idea that we should all just fold our hands and see if we can play it out, because he'll then lose.
I think that was Aaron that said
So-
that, actually. Yeah, I'll have to go back and check the footage. later.
Check the tape. Check the tape.
I mean, I enacted it,
because
but
I could be wrong, but that's my vote. Matt?
I'm actually going to pass the buck over to McNeil to let him vote next.
Ooh.
oh, you gave me the idea. You're getting the vote.
So that's
All right,
2 votes for
me.
Jason.
Great. Matt,
I'm not your best
who do
friend.
you feel like voting for?
So I am going to vote.
Give me a note, Matt. Give me a note.
I think the best part is this game. It's not about who loses the game anymore. It's like because I'd be the clear eater of hot wings.
To clear Jason of that heat, I'm really the one that put that mentality into practice to start. So I'm actually going to vote for myself for being
You
the
just
one
wanna
to
eat hot
destroy
Follow them.
the fun of
Just
the
want to
game.
eat hot wings.
Oh my goodness.
Do you strategically vote, or do you
Do I
go with?
strategically vote? Honestly, no, I'm going to keep my ethics intact. And what I'm going to
Okay.
do is I'm going to vote for the person that I think deserves the vote. And I think the person that deserves the vote is the person who lost the game, Michael. So as a result of that vote, 2 votes for me, 1 for Michael, 1 for Matthew. I will definitely be sitting in the hot seat for the first time. So that's fun. So we're going to cut away, and we'll be back in a minute to enjoy my pain and suffering. We'll see you soon.
Welcome back. And we're here with the hot seat with Jason, who's sitting in it. And this is, I understand, your first time in the hot seat. You've earned the title.
That's right. I've never sat in this chair out of superstitious reasons until just this moment. So It feels good and bad at the same time.
So you'll notice that not only do you have a prepared wing in front of you, we've also got a prepared wing in front of Matt.
That's correct. Yeah, I've decided to not let Jason take this one alone. I'm going to be here as moral and emotional support for him to eat the spicy wing as well.
I thought it was just because you missed lunch. But
No
I
comment.
think it's more like misery loves company. Is what it is.
absolutely.
Something like that.
So
yeah.
this is the bomb and
Beyond insanity.
Yes.
This is Devam Beyond insanity.
This sauce is so hot it gets its own
So-
subtitle, like a movie.
So what I don't understand is when I watched the wings get prepared, we didn't just see a spritzing of this. This was like doused and then doused again.
Yes.
Yep, that's the beyond insanity portion.
All right.
Yeah.
So please enjoy. And this might be our last episode.
This might be. This could be the series finale. Who knows?
So who takes it on after you know?
I bequeath my TV show to you.
Oh, okay.
Cheers.
Cheers, my friends. Thank you for supporting me on this.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, here we go.
Wild ride.
Why am I doing this?
I feel like I dodged a bullet losing that game.
Oh yeah, because like you can smell just how spicy it is.
I like a good hot sauce, but that smelled like
It's-
I don't know, it was like what they scraped off the bottom of the hot sauce factory floor.
Or like the vat
So-
that boils it down. It's
How was it?
It was great. Oh, yeah, yeah. No, I had a really good time.
yeah.
Yeah.
I know from previous experience that this is a sauce that starts at the back of your throat, and as you talk, it burns more and more. And like, it's not a sauce that hits you. Well, it hits you really bad right away, but it keeps getting worse
It does.
and worse
And worse.
and worse.
Yeah, so Llama was really, really fun. I know it didn't get the highest ratings that we've ever given out on a game, but for the price point, for the market, still fantastic.
Yeah. It's definitely something you can bust out in between plays or when you're waiting for something. Or
I'd also like to thank the original Wing House located just down the road here in Pentang Machine for donating what was originally delicious wings that we then tortured with this hot sauce. So big shout out to them. Thank you to all three of my guests for joining me today.
no problem.
Thank you, Aaron. Help me.
Of course. My name is Matthew. Beside me, Michael. And
And that
this has been Game Night in the North. We'll see you next time.
Thank you so much for coming. Bye-bye.